Hey everyone, welcome to Encinas Unfiltered. I'm your host, Rod.
And I'm your co-host, Bebel.
Today we have a special interview with my friend Fabian Maldonado. Fabian is an amateur combat sports athlete, boasting an MMA record of 2-0 and a boxing record of 2-0.
Fabian is coming off a fresh win against Jose Estrada and had a dominant performance at 559 Fight 100. Fabian, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here, guys. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no man, we are the pleasure's ours, dude. Like I really appreciate you coming on. You're our first guest, first big interview, bro, and I really appreciate it. So Fabian, can you tell me a little bit about yourself for the people?
Um, my name is Fabian Maldonado. I'm an amateur MMA fighter and an amateur boxer. I come out of Avenel and I train out of Kalinga, Tri City.
What inspired you to want to do boxing and MMA, and how did you get started into this sport?
One day I just came across one of my buddies that I used to train with in Kalinga that we used to wrestle in high school, and I just seen him still competing, still grappling and training, and I wasn't doing much. I was just working. So I kind of got myself involved in the MMA room and I just started picking it up and I really fell in love with the sport. And then eventually I found boxing as well. And I was always around boxing, but I never put my full heart into it until recently. So that's how I kind of got started into it.
So I understand that you did sports outside of like MMA and boxing in high school. What were those sports besides wrestling? I know you mentioned wrestling.
I did football, wrestling, and track. I was an all year round athlete, so I stayed busy.
That's what's up. Do you have a favorite MMA fighter?
John Jones. John Jones. I love
The
he's
goat.
Yeah, he's the goat. He's the goat for the reason, man. He's a stud. He's a stud.
That's dope. What about any favorite boxers you have?
Boxers, I gotta say Canelo right now. Canelo's really good. You know, he's on top. He's the goat too as well. Yeah, I gotta say Canelo. One of my
That's
favorites.
Uh,
fire.
does your style mimic any one of your favorite fighters?
No, I don't think so. I try not to mimic. I try to be myself as much as I can in the ring and outside.
How do you prepare yourself physically and mentally for big fights?
Physically, you know, I train really hard. I take my rest days pretty good. I try to stay away from extra activities. I'm not trying to get hurt or anything like that. You know, rest days are completely mandatory to have. And mentally, you know, I just prep myself right. I keep my circle really good. My team's the best. I can't complain about them when we get together and have our fight camps. We stay mentally prepped and physically prepped.
Awesome.
Okay.
Um, so we know training and conditioning and boxing, like as you said earlier or right now, is really really important. Do you have any kind of favorite like drills or exercises that you like to do?
I enjoy cardio. That I can say. I enjoy high cardio. Not much in weightlifting. I lift here and there, but I really enjoy cardio.
So you
Bike
could say
riding.
you're
Yeah, you
say
know
that again.
what? I
Sorry,
could say bike riding. Bike riding is one of
bike
my
riding.
favorite. Yeah, bike riding.
That's what's
Hill,
up.
right in the hills.
It gets funny because it reminds me kind of when you said cardio, I was like Colby Covington, cardio king, baby.
Yeah, hey, that's how you win. Believe it or not,
Hey,
cardio. You know, you stay in that ring, and if you could keep that high velocity of fighting off 3, 4 rounds, any rounds, that's how you win championships, really.
facts.
Yeah. Yeah. And I actually got another question to add on to what I just asked. How do you kind of juggle working and training? Because you train every day, right? And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
work every day, like it's
like
day
every
and
day,
day. Like
day in, day out, Monday through Fridays.
okay. So
Yeah.
how do you go about that in a sense? Like having a long what 8 hour, 12 hour day, then going straight to the gym. How was that like?
Prioritize discipline. You know, that's what you gotta have. If you want to do something, it's all about discipline, and it's how bad you want it. That's my belief.
What kind of diet and nutrition regimen do you follow to stay in top shape? And the reason
Uh,
why I ask this is because I know, we've known each other for a little while,
mhm.
and I know you and I have had some, personal conversations on the side. But I don't know if you want to share like how what your heaviest was, and but I know you lost a lot of weight. Like you look good, dude.
Yeah,
Like
thank you.
you look good. Like you
Yeah,
lost a lot of weight, and you could tell you put in the work. Like I remember at work, like you wouldn't eat certain foods, like because you were like, no, like I'm cutting, I'm training. Like I can't put that in my body, and that's hard to do, especially around the
yeah,
holidays. So do you kind of want to talk about like that diet and nutrition that you because you do follow one? I know you do, right?
yeah.
So you want to talk just a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. Well, before I started my MMA and boxing journey, I was probably weighing about 255. I was on the heavy side, and I just started dieting. I started cleaning up, stayed away from junk food. I started eating more lean and more higher protein. That's for sure. And I stayed away from all the cookies and bread. My weakness, but hey, that's the sacrifice that comes with it. You know.
Yeah, I know. I know you brought in some bun one time, and
Oh
you didn't even eat
yeah,
it, bro. And I was like, "Oh, dude, you brought bun and you wouldn't eat it?" You're like,
yeah.
"Nope." And I
On
really
tamales.
respect you, dude. I remember you brought all that stuff,
Yeah.
and I really respect the fact that. I mean, I'm not cutting weight, as you can tell. You know what I'm saying? But like, I happily ate it. Happily ate what you brought. But I really respect that you literally just like really stuck to not wanting to do that stuff because like that is a hard, tough thing to do, and that's just for every normal day people too, not even athletes, right? Is
Yeah,
to follow that diet, and I think it's really shows your determination and your drive to being able to do that. So that's why I kind of wanted to highlight it because I know like you have a really good training regimen and a really good diet. What are your plans for the future of your career in MMA and boxing, and what are some of your personal goals?
my plans for MMA and boxing, I'm just going. I'm just going whatever comes, I'm taking. I'm not gonna sit down and say I'm gonna stick with this, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm just going with it, rolling with the punches, as they say.
Would you be open and willing to doing? I know there's some athletes like you can see some of them in the 209 area, right? That'll do
Yeah.
both MMA and boxing.
Uh huh.
Like if they allow you to do both, like is that something you're interested in?
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely. It's kind of hard to say no to one sport. When you fell in love with both sports. You know, when you have so much passion for both, how can you say no? You know,
100% agree with you.
personal goals, I'll say, is just to become a better athlete, a better fighter, a better person inside and outside of the ring, all around.
I respect that. I respect that.
Um, what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from combat sports?
Um, I was in combat sports. I was wrestling since I was about 4 years old, so I always understood of respecting others and always having pride in every sport and just good sportsmanship all the way around. That takes you very far.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
So these next set of questions are going to be a little more thought provoking, and I know I kind of told you a little bit about this.
Yeah.
Um, so don't feel like you have to overshare. That's not the point of these.
Uh huh.
The point of these questions, and I kind of told you this earlier, is I want to kind of just show the human side of people.
Hmm.
So I feel like we all have a lot to give and a lot to share, and we all have a story, right? And I think it's
Yeah. We're not just
really
robots.
important. No, no, we're not. We're like, know,
That's what I hate. They're like,
there's a
no, this, and I'm like, well, we're human, guys. Come on.
we're all humans. We all have emotions. We all have feelings, and I really think it's important to see that human side, especially of a fighter, because you don't always get to see that side. You see very like basic questions one after another, and I think this will kind of like just be a little bit more open and I really have high hopes for these kinds of questions. So
Yeah.
and this applies to both like fighting and in life. You don't have to necessarily answer them about fighting. Like applies to your life too. Like these
Okay,
questions,
for
if that
sure.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so when everything's said and done, what is the one thing that you want to be remembered for?
Kind, genuine, and just a great person. Just always doing the right thing, and yeah, that's what I would love to be remembered as.
And so what is the most important thing in your life?
Right now in my life, that's very important is my family. very much. Yeah, I gotta say my family. My family's always been there for me. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing now. I have a great support, a great team, and also my teammates, my coaches. Man, there's so much support in Tri City and Avenel. It's just all support around. So I thank them a lot and I appreciate them a lot as well.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really important to have a good support system and a good team, and it's really awesome too. Like when your family has your back on wanting to go out and do something, and not everybody always has that support system,
Hmm.
but I know like even with something like this, I really do. I am really appreciative of those who go out of their way and do things like support the podcast or
Hmm.
stuff like that because it's really nice to have that support system to kind of back you. You know what I mean? Go to your
Oh
fights,
yeah.
cheer you on. Like when I
Yeah,
was watching your fights on YouTube, you hear people go, "Eso, eso, Fabian,
yeah,
eso."
yeah. And it feels
Eh,
good when you have the support and your friends show up and your family and your team's there with you, your coaches. You know, it just feels great. You just can't explain the way you feel. It's unexplainable feeling when you have the
what
support.
life lesson did you learn the hard way?
The first time I sparred.
Okay, you want to talk
Yeah,
about that? You want to elaborate a little
yeah,
bit?
yeah. We could talk about the first time I sparred. It wasn't fun.
Well, what happened? Tell us.
So the first time I sparred, I'll tell you, even boxing and MMA, it was pretty rough for me. My first time MMA, I've never kicked before. I've
Mm,
wrestled. We put on gloves before. We've boxed around, but it was a big change. I didn't see coming. Learning how to kick and taking kicks because I've never been kicked in the legs before until then. So when that happened, it really made me be like, okay, I have a lot to learn and I have a lot to build up to, you know? And change is good. Change is great. That's how someone progresses and gets better, not only in the sport, but just in life. And that's how we have to take it.
what about in boxing? What was your first experience in sparring in boxing?
Boxing was good. I didn't, I thought I was pretty good in shape. But when I stepped in that boxing ring, man, I just went in there and I'm like, oh yeah, I could do a round or two. Man, I was breathing so heavy. I had to tell my coach, like, hey, wait. He's like, no, keep on going. The bell's not done yet. You got 30 more seconds. Keep your hands up. I'm like, all right, all right. So, yeah, my cardio. That's why I say cardio is king.
That's so funny, dude. But I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
people could relate to that who have actually gone in and sparred. It's like
Yeah,
it's like almost like putting on gloves with your buddies and you're like, oh, we can go for like 10 minutes. And after like 2 minutes, both guys are gas on the street, all freaking
yeah,
huffing and puffing. And it's like, bro,
yep.
it's not easy, dude. It's
It's
not
not
easy.
easy. Because I
No,
was doing MMA rounds. I'm like, all right, cool. Nah, boxing's a whole nother beast. Just like MMA, it's a whole nother beast. Each sport is respectable in their own ways.
100%.
If there was something you could go back and change, what would it be?
I think I would start boxing a little earlier for me personally. I would have started boxing earlier. Yeah, that's one thing. Because you never stop learning in boxing. There's always something.
So
Okay.
I guess you could say that would be one of your regrets, right? One of your regrets is not
Yeah,
doing
yeah, that could
boxing
be one.
earlier.
Boxing earlier. And yeah, I think boxing, kickboxing too. I think kickboxing plays a big part in MMA and boxing too. I think just to have it, it's always great to know how to box.
What are you most grateful for?
What I'm most grateful for is just, like I said, my family, the love, the support. You know, I'm just grateful for it all. I'm grateful to have a wonderful team, the support of Avenal and Kalinga when I step in the ring or cage. You know, you just it just feels good. You feel the love. The love is there.
And what has life taught you recently?
Life just you just got to go with it, man. You know, well, it showed me being in the MMA world, boxing world. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be sore. You're gonna feel it all, and you just got to keep on going. You know, discipline.
Hmm.
Just get up and do it the next day. You know, if you didn't have a great day yesterday, there's tomorrow. You know, get up, put on your gloves, and just go after it. Never give up. Just stay positive. Remember, you have loved ones behind you cheering for you when you're in there. You know, you got your town, you got your community, Central Valley. It, it's all love, nothing but love. Central Valley support. That's what I think of.
Oh yeah, that's I think that Central Valley love is crazy. Like going out to the Jose Ramirez fight, man, they had everyone cheering for him. I'll be seeing like the Fresno State games, y'all balling right now, so they going
Oh yeah,
crazy over there at the
go
Central
dogs.
Valley for everything. It's love over there.
Bro,
Yeah,
when somebody comes and fights in the valley and it's a local guy, like there is a lot of love. I mean, I saw Fabian there. I know you guys are sitting on the other side, Bevel, but I saw
Hmm.
Fabian. Like, I saw your significant other there, Fabian. Like, you saw my family. Like, and there was
yeah.
a lot of people there. I mean, we're
Oh,
talking top of the bleachers. It was
oh
packed,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
yeah. It
And
was,
the Central Valley shows out to anybody, for anybody that's fighting that's local. I mean, if you're talking fights, you're talking, it could be comedy. It doesn't matter. Like, the people here will support you.
yeah.
If
That's
you
one
show
thing
the
I
people
say.
love, they will support you.
Hmm. Yeah, Central Valley, they show a lot of love. When we went to the Jose Ramirez fight, it was, man, I knew everybody practically there from the Central Valley. You know, you ran into someone that you knew or seen of, and Central Valley has a lot of love and support.
If you had a persona, I mean, obviously this isn't WWE, but if you had a persona, would you be a babyface or would you be a heel?
Um, I'll let the people decide because I feel like I have no right to decide for myself what I should be. You know, I am who I am, and if people don't agree with my opinions and the way I see things, that's okay. But I'm gonna just keep on doing me because that's the way I am, and I wouldn't change it.
Oh, you're cold blooded for that answer, man. That was good. That was good. That was
People
good
don't like
right
me. It
there.
is what it is, man. But I show love
I
and
know for
support.
sure. That's fair. You're a baby face, bro. You're a baby face. That's a baby face.
Oh
Uh,
man. So like where do you find your inspiration from?
My inspiration, you know, I have an older brother, and I grew up looking up to him a lot. You know, my inspiration was always to be like him and just train like him and work hard. You know, so and my dad as well. My family, my uncles, just training hard. You know, because that's what I was taught. Just to go out there and give it your all. And
Hmm.
if you give it your all, that's all you could do.
and I think too, what's really cool is that coming from a Latino background, I'm both, right? I'm half white,
Mhm.
half Latino. Um, but I do know, especially on my Latino side, like that's one of the biggest things that they teach from your great grandparents to your grandparents to like
Yeah.
my father himself. Like he always tells you to work your ass off. You
Yeah.
want to do something, you're gonna work your ass off for it,
Yeah.
and
Échale los
and it doesn't
ganas.
matter where you're at in your life, but
Con
you
ganas.
work your ass off, you're gonna achieve great things, and that's what I really respect about the Latino culture is that they really instill that hard work ethic into people.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. They always told me, mijo, echa los ganas. You know, don't stop. Keep on going. And hey, hard work pays off. That's what I believe in. Hard work pays off. Echa los ganas.
Oh
Facts.
yeah.
Metaphorically, does a flip switch in your head when it's time to fight?
Yeah, yeah, I stay ready. In and out. You know, you got to stay mentally ready before you get into the cage. You know, the switch is always on. Practice, you got to turn it on when you're fighting. This is you fight. This is what we do. We fight. We're not hugging. We're not doing anything else besides trying to knock each other's heads out. You know, we fight. It's a sport. It's part of the sport. You know.
So, so then after the fight, does that switch turn off?
Yeah, of course. You know, you got to relax some. But when you come back to the gym on Monday, the switch is on to start training again. Start getting better for yourself. You know what things you could work on.
Oh yeah. And when can you see yourself back in the ring or in the cage?
Um, in the ring, I'm probably looking, and I like to stay active, but I like to keep on going and just see if I could pick up a fight for boxing, especially because I enjoy boxing. I love it. I love doing the sport. So I'm not too sure when, but I'll for sure keep everyone updated and posted on my social media. And for the ring as well too, for the octagon, for the cage, I'm probably looking about the beginning of the year, of this year coming. So keep your eyes open, guys, because I'll be fighting very soon.
Oh yeah.
So those of you that are watching and you happen to put on some fights, hit our boy up. He's ready for a fight
Yeah.
anytime, anywhere.
Uh,
Right?
oh yeah.
Our next segment is we're going to be looking at Fabian's fight on YouTube. I will post a link in the description as well as the socials, but it's from 55 Nights 100. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just go through the fight and break it down. And if you want us to pause, just tell us to pause it. And or I might pause it and say, hey, what was going on in this moment? What were your thoughts? And then I might be commenting. Like I'll pause it and be like, oh, you had a good job there. If you get overhand right, stuff like
Mhm.
that. And
Yeah, feel
we'll
free
kind of
to
just break down
do.
your fight.
Yeah, whenever. I probably won't. I only This would be my second time watching it. So
Really? You only watched it
yeah,
2 times?
yeah. I only watched it 2 times. Well,
Well,
this
we're both
time.
watching it the third
Yeah.
time together.
Oh, this will be my second time.
Oh, this will be your second time. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, this will be my second time.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So Bebel, same to you. If there's this thing you want me to stop at, just tell me to pause, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. The first
All
time I
right. Let
watched it
me.
was at my grandma's. I showed her my fight.
Oh man. All right. Let's get it. Let's see if we can get it on. So he was 2-0, right?
Yeah, he was 2-0 at the moment.
Look at that big back tat right there.
That's fire.
That boy came in shape, son. That boy's in shape. Ooh, boy's just swinging, son. Oh, ooh, dude, you got a good left hook, brother. Oh man. Ooh, good knee. Ah, he missed. Good jab. Good takedown defense. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. No, look at what happens right here. This is it gets through with a good
Oh, what
shot.
the hell?
Gets through with a good shot. I was like, let's go back real quick. Let's go back real quick. That was you heard that one, right? You heard
That
that,
looked
right?
that sounded brutal.
How, do you remember if that hurt or how it
No,
felt?
no, I didn't feel anything. All that was running through my head was get up. Don't stay down
Dude,
there.
beastie.
Yeah,
No pain.
I didn't feel anything. Maybe the next I didn't feel it, but all I thought it was like, hey, you got to get up. You got to get up. This guy's a good grappler,
But but you're a good grappler too, bro.
as
Like, and
well.
that's the thing is like that high school wrestling is what really helps. Like a lot of those UFC guys, they all have wrestling backgrounds.
Oh yeah,
And Kamara Usman, Colby Covington, John Jones, all those guys have big wrestling backgrounds. And I was trying to say earlier too is that like you have a good takedown defense, but you don't panic, right? A lot of people when they get taken down, they start panicking,
yeah. You
and you
got to
see
stay
that
calm.
professionally,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot. And
Oh, big
and
time.
we'll say that again. Sorry.
Big time. Guys get really
Oh yeah.
pressured as soon as they get taken down.
And you're cool, calm, and collected, and then I'll just keep the clip rolling. So look at this. Look at that. You're gonna throw him over. He said, "All right, I'll let you go." He's like, "I'm good. I'm good." Kind of has a high guard, huh? Like a boxing guard.
Yeah, yeah, really high, really tight. It was pretty good for me to keep that long jab on him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying because I noticed he had that high guard, but I noticed too, like you were doing a lot of feinting. You were kind of trying to see how he was going to react, and that's what I noticed too. Like the first time I watched it and the second time, is you were kind of just like, all right, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I too, I go ahead. Sorry.
I was trying to see what was gonna go on and see what the feints like you're saying and catch something. So he was just giving me the jab.
And what I really like too is that I kind of saw a little bit of Mayweather in there. Not really so much this, how he goes like this and hides and
Yeah.
does his elbow up, but you were kind of doing a little bit where you're kind of like giving him looks just to see, like you're feinting him, right? Like you're almost playing mind games with him. And I thought that was hella cool. I was like, look at this guy out here playing some mind games with the boy. Good job. That boy was throwing with bad intentions, dude.
Yeah, he was.
Good footwork. You have really good footwork too.
Thank you.
Good feint. Oh, dude, he's already busted.
Oh
See
yeah,
that?
he's leaking.
Oh man.
Yo, hold on. Who's that ref though? With that Mino beard.
Yeah, he got it rocking
Hey
there. He got
man.
it going.
Hey
He
man,
got
you let Big Bubba alone, bro. That's goals right there, bro. That's goals.
yeah.
Oh man.
So for the people who don't really know what's going on, so this is an amateur MMA bout. This is put on by 559 Fights. This was at the Visalia Convention Center, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, what are those? What are those? Like shin pads, shin guards? Is that common in amateur MMA?
Yeah, I believe it's after your second fight, so or your third fight, you don't wear your shin guards anymore. Yeah, you only wear them for your
Okay,
first three fights.
okay. And then are there certain rules for amateur MMA as opposed to like professional MMA?
No elbowing.
Oh, I was like, there's no kneeing on the ground as well, right? It's not like Strike Force back in the day where you just
Oh no,
kick
no, none
and
of
knee
that.
and yeah, right, right.
None of that. None of that.
So the elbows is the one thing that they focus on and not doing until you're like a professional.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We try to save everyone because elbows are very brutal. You know,
Oh yeah.
very brutal.
When I think too, it's the cuts, right? And I think that's the biggest thing because you're going to start building that scar tissue the more you get cut. Because the elbows are sharp, and I think that's what makes them dangerous is that they're sharp
Mhm.
and you're going to cut somebody. I mean, you can knock somebody out too, but that's the sharpness of them and cutting somebody and splitting them open. And I think that's where it kind of gets a little,
It gets a
they
little
don't
hairy.
want that, right? You're
Yeah,
right.
we don't want that.
So how do you feel about that first round?
I felt good. He didn't hold me down as long for the takedown. I popped right back up, and we just stuck with the game plan: jab, move, look for the open shots. Keep on the feet work, light on the toes. Kind of like what we expected.
Yeah, and kind of like what I said earlier, like you have really good footwork, you have a really good jab. And how long have you been boxing for?
For about a year and 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying, bro.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Um, maybe next time we get you on, we show you the first fight, bro. Because like it's just crazy how the
yeah,
difference, like how much you've grown over those 6 months between fight one and fight two. It's nuts, dude. And what's
yeah,
crazy too is you got a strong wrestling background, right?
yeah, yeah.
And
Really
and
good.
and, and your opponents are gonna know that because they're like, man, this guy got takedown defense. This guy can throw, and he's got hands. Like, oh shit. But
That's
let's go
fire.
on to round two. Yeah, let's go on to round two and see. I might have to skip the music
Yeah, yeah.
for
No need
copyright reasons.
to.
Love the song though. Love the song. Ooh, good jab. Oh, he's swinging. Oh, good takedown defense. Look at that. Wrestling 101 right there, baby.
Ref, get out the way.
Oh, good jab.
Oh.
Great jab. Ooh, okay. Ooh, bro, those hurt, bro. Ooh, good. Just look at that, dude.
That's crazy.
They need to go show this to people that are learning how to grapple. Like, this is how you defend a takedown, dude. When he's shooting, like, that's textbook, dude. That's textbook,
Sprawl. Got to sprawl. Hips. Deep hips.
dude. That was awesome. Oh, good right. Oh, we tried to throw the uppercut. Man, look at his mouth, bro.
I know. Putting
Was
in that
busted.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, good block. Oh, oh, good right. Oh my god. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's check this out. Oh my god, bro. You see that
Got
right,
him.
bro? Oh man.
Right in the
So
button.
when you threw that right hand, like, did you feel like you stunned him right there?
I feel like I did. He had to feel it. You know, he had a strong chin to still be standing. I'll tell you that. But I landed it, and it landed good. You know, part of the setup, part of the jab, come straight with the two.
That was a beautiful overhand right, dude. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
Oh, he's grappling. Nah, you're good. Nah, you're good. He looks tired. Oh, he's a little wobbly too. You see that?
Oh, he dropped his
Oh, nothing.
mouthpiece.
That's all right.
you. You can pause that right there. When I punched him with that two, his mouthpiece slipped out.
Oh,
Right
did
after
it?
that jab and two, the mouthpiece slipped out. So when we were
For the
going,
from
I
the big
looked.
overhand right?
Yeah, from the overhand right, the mouthpiece slipped out. So I'm like, we're going,
Hmm.
and I'm like, his mouthpiece on the floor. And I don't think the ref seen it until we started moving, and he caught it, and then he had to pause real quick.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, good round. So, how'd you feel about that round? I'll let you talk about it. It was your fight. So, how'd you feel about the second round?
I felt good. You know, the defense was there. The jab was sticking right. You know, the two, the overhand two landed, and we were just dominating on the boxing and the grappling as well. So we dominated that round for sure. So I
Yeah,
felt good. I felt good.
I for sure noticed that he was starting to slow down a little bit. He was breathing out of his mouth. I mean, his nose probably was broken. Like, he was bleeding a lot,
Yeah.
and he started, like, the first round he came out strong. He was swinging. You guys were standing and banging. Um, but I think starting the third round, he started looking a little tired.
Hmm.
For the people that don't know, how many minutes is each round?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, three
Got it.
rounds.
Awesome. Thanks. Ooh, that was a good leg kick. Oh, psh,
Oh,
sheesh.
damn.
That boy's a beast. Good toss. I appreciate how calm, cool, and collected you were. You went for it, but you weren't willing to empty out the tank. Like, you didn't want to empty everything out, right? And I think
No,
that's
he had a
like
he was on a survival mode, and you know survival mode is like he's throwing the hail marys. So you
right.
know
Hmm.
any fighter, reasonable fighter, wouldn't just go blow out the tank. You know, not unless if he was wobbling, then yeah. But He looked pretty up. So he was gonna throw some haymakers if I would have stepped in that circle in that reach area. So calm, collective, moving in.
Yeah, and you notice too, but even like professionally, like you see a lot of guys go in for the kill and they're not patient and they get completely gas themselves out, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, well, what's left, right? Like if
Yeah,
you don't get the guy out, then what? Like
yeah,
you just expended all your energy.
yeah,
But I thought that was it was almost like a veteran move for someone who's so young in the game. You know what I mean? Like that was a very experienced move that you did there. You were just like, you know what, I'm okay with not getting him out of there because I'm not willing to get caught.
yeah.
And I think you knew like you were winning the fight, and you're like, I'm gonna be smart about this.
Yeah, I was confident, and you know, I try to make the best decisions as I can as we're going in there. Like you said, it was a veteran move. Hopefully, it was. Hopefully, it was a right move, and hopefully, every fight I picked the right moves to do.
100%. All right, let's keep going. Oh yeah, he is swinging. That boy's swinging. Ooh, ooh, you're swinging too. Woo! Ooh, good jab, bro.
Oh,
Let's go back. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. Oh
yeah,
my god.
you
Look
got
at
to see
this.
that. You got to see that slip I got on him. Check it out with that jab right under. Whoop. See that?
Dude,
Oh,
look at that.
textbook.
Oh man, dude. Textbook. That was clean, bro.
Jab, come under. Jab, come under.
Okay, hold on. Keep it pause. Keep it pause. Keep it pause. So when you go for something like that, do you see everything beforehand how it plays out, or is it just natural instinct? Like I'm gonna hit him with the jab, slip under, and like how does that go about?
You got to see it. You got to feel your opponent. Every fight's different. Every fight is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, we're setting it up. We're setting it up. Some, I was practicing that, and it just so happens the opportunity was there. So take the opportunity. If you see it, take it. Don't let it go by your fingers.
Okay.
And I would say too that you found his timing, right? Like you
Yeah,
found his timing. You knew what was coming, and you're like, all right, bet,
yeah, yeah.
and you
Timing
threw.
is key. Timing is key. Boxing, even in the boxing ring, timing. Get your timing right. MMA, get your timing right.
Right.
You're in the
Mm-hmm.
cage. You're in the ring. Get your timing right.
But is it timing beats speed? Precision beats power?
Yeah, I think so. It has
I
to
think
take a
that's
little
the
bit of
quote.
both.
I
Yeah,
think that's the quote. Conor McGregor.
yeah. Conor McGregor, huh? Hey,
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's a man.
That was a good chat, man. Ooh, those kicks take a lot of energy out of you, though, man. Just
Yeah, they drain you out for sure.
oh, good left hook. His mouthpiece almost came out again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think at this point he's gassed, bro.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
so. You got to stay on that bicycle. That's what I say, man. Do bicycle work. Get your cardio.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
Good fight. Good sportsmanship. A lot of
Oh
respect.
yeah.
That's what I think a lot of these people nowadays need to see is that at the end of the day, it is a fight. Show some respect and move on.
Yeah, we all
And
go in there and we work our tails off, man. And at the end of the day, at least we could show some respect. You know, he probably worked harder than me, but it just came out victorious.
straight up. Hear that
Sheesh.
crowd, bro? Woo! Hear that crowd, son?
The support, man.
That's
That's
support,
that's big.
man, bro. And that's one of the things we talked about on the top too. Of this is like that support is is key, right?
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
Central Valley, that Avenal Kalinga support, all that support, man. It just feels amazing.
Yeah, dude. And like I said, like we said, dude, that's the Central Valley support is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
And the
I
people
think
were
so.
out there.
I think
Oh
so.
yeah, 100%.
So thank you again, Fabian, for coming on to Encinas Unfiltered. Tell the people where they could follow you and check you out.
They can follow me at my Instagram is Cheetos_34. My Facebook is Fabian Maldonado. I do not have a TikTok or a Twitter, so those are my two pages you can follow me at.
And his socials will be tagged and linked down in the description. Until next time, thanks for coming out, brother, and allowing us to have the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Peace.
We out of here. Yep.